Shoot, I can't wait till the round starts in
Sounds like
COD
that Michael
Zombies.
Jackson song.
Oh my god,
COD Zombies up.
Dang yo.
Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with
Welcome
me
back,
if you ride
everyone,
with me, you can
the Sons of Liberty. My name is King Chao.
SoL. I'm KYKA. I play Destiny 2 for a living.
You play Destiny 2 for a living? Sounds like a boring thing. I'm
I
Sunnyhawkeye.
know.
I play Fortnite for a living. I'm a pro Fortnite skater.
Yeah, because that's not sad at all.
Skater.
Anyways, it's been a while. We've all been adjusting, and there have been some pretty big changes in our personal lives. These two losers are going to college, while I'm still here being a gamer.
Being the creator of servers and a Redditor.
Exactly.
Professional Redditor. And today,
Professional.
we are going back to the fray. Back to hell that is. Political bullshit no one cares about. Let's start off with the weekly Joe Biden slam. You know how it is. We can't shut the fuck up about Joe Biden. It's natural. It's innate.
It's too easy.
Exactly. He's like our
jumping
third
into
ex-wife that we just never stop talking about.
Oh my god. Okay, so KYKA, as always, take it away.
So the Supreme Court made a decision some day ago. I don't know how long ago.
It was like
about,
August 24th, so it's been like
Yeah.
about a week or two.
Yes, about Trump's remain in Mexico immigration policy. Now, Biden famously said that he was going to walk back all of Trump's immigration policies.
And other
If you don't know
policies
what-
as well.
Yeah. If you don't know what the remain in Mexico policy, it is a policy where if you are an immigrant trying to immigrate to the United States from a country below Mexico, so that would be like Guatemala, Ecuador, or whatever, you would not actually be granted asylum in the United States. You'd be granted asylum in Mexico, because if you want asylum, you don't get the best, the best ticket to the best country. You just get the next best country, so you're safe, right? It shouldn't be a shopping spree to see which country you could get into. So that policy was reinforced by the Supreme Court, and liberals are mad.
They are crying, weeping,
They are crying.
malding even.
Shoot, cry harder. Who cares?
Oh god.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've gone over this a lot of times. You know, Biden's essential thing is him being the anti-Trump president. You know, that's how he got elected. And now he has even failed to do that. He has even failed to just be the anti-Trump guy, because he has, with a complete lack of control and agency in the situation, despite being the fucking president, he has once again been trumped by Trump, and the Trump era immigration policy will remain. And boy, is Biden just really not happy about this.
Bro,
He
Trump?
is. Oof.
Let me just say something real quick. Trump's Supreme Court is like a good investment portfolio. All they do is rack
Honestly.
up dubs over the years,
Bro,
and that's what the Supreme Court is.
Trump is nothing if not a good businessman. And that's
Yeah.
what he did. He made good investments, so that even though he was gone, America would stay, well, great. I mean,
True.
you know,
Yeah.
he obviously knew that he wasn't going to get a second term. It was kind of a miracle that he got a first term in the first place. He prepared for this. 1 million IQ play. Okay, I'm playing up a little. All right.
To be fair, like your point could be reinforced by Amy Coney Barrett. Do you guys remember about that?
No.
No.
Okay, so I think it was 3 months before Trump left office. Amy Coney Barrett was she was put on the Supreme Court because Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, right? And at the time, Democrats were crying that Trump, put her on the Supreme Court because apparently a justice has not been rushed through the system this quickly, which is untrue. It's happened before. And their other argument was a justice usually does not get placed on the Supreme Court a year before the election, and it was 3 months before the election, or a month before the election. And Donald Trump famously said, "I get elected for 4 years as president, not 3.5. So stop arguing with me." and he passed through Amy Coney Barrett and the conservative majority group. People would say that Justice Roberts, who is the Chief Justice in the Supreme Court, is not a true conservative because he's more concerned about preserving the institutions of the courts rather than doing what's right. So now the legitimate conservatives, excluding Justice Robert, have a majority, and they were able to ram through this decision. So yeah, Trump is like a great investing portfolio.
Yeah.
That's what we come
Exactly.
across to.
Again,
Just like my Bitcoin portfolio right now.
don't worry, we
Yeah,
will
bro.
we will get to that.
Did everyone see the skyrocket that happened this week?
Yeah,
Amazing.
50K today, so
Exactly.
But yeah, you know, I guess this is sort of what you get when your entire campaign is basically just like this religious, like zealotous devotion to hating the big bag orange man. You know, this is what you get because, like, you know,
our orange god is evil.
right? Like, eventually you're going to land up in a situation where other people don't have the same devotion as you and then can't be kicked out for wrongthink. And so, you know, that's how you end up with situations like this where Biden's just been essentially completely embarrassed. And take this L, Biden. This belongs to you. Also,
Default dead.
there's a little bit of tea, sisters, regarding this whole situation, because this is ultimately a battle between Biden and his administration and the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is supposed to be a static referee for the game of politics. But not all is what it seems, and I have a little bit of a clip for the both of you and our audience that might divulge some interesting information about how the Supreme Court may be tampered with in the next couple of years, because the Supreme Court does not allow leftists to go absolutely insane with their policies. My point is that there actually is sort of a hidden weapon of the government called judicial impeachment, where a Supreme Court justice could possibly be impeached from their position, kind of like how the president can be impeached. And so the idea is, you know, Supreme Court justices are supposed to be basically politically invincible, but it is possible that leftists may break the unwritten rule of don't impeach justices for their own temporary gain. And the reasoning for this is essentially because they kind of do this stuff like all the time. I'll get into more detail after we all watch the clip, but that's basically my point.
So then why don't you just, like, say that instead of showing a video?
Because I want to shout out CGP Gray. He's a very good YouTuber.
Oh.
Not like his 5.3 or 03 million subscribers is comparable to our 16,
I mean,
but
you could just, like, describe it, and then after, like, yeah, by the way, if you want more information on this, go to this guy's channel. He'll be in the link in the description.
bro, we can't put like a tiny clip of his video.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry. Anyways,
Alright,
we can
cool.
talk about it now.
All right, okay. Yeah, so basically, you know, this whole situation is very spicy with judicial impeachment. The possibility that a Supreme Court justice could be impeached for political gain and political advantage is a very scary thought, especially considering Biden's absolute complete lack of limits, both self-restrictive limits and also limits from other parts of the government that he has swayed to his side. You know, considering his absolute lack of any kind of will to protect America, he is very willing to sacrifice America for his own interests, as he has done in many times before, not the least of which being the Afghanistan situation and how he handled COVID-19. I mean, you know, it's obviously confusing how much he is capable and willing to do anything in his current mental condition, but, you know, it's still, I guess, worth considering.
All right. So let me give you 2 reasons why this won't happen, at least for probably 3 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Biden simply does not have the votes to pass this along, and let me explain to you why. You need this, I assume, to happen in the Senate, but maybe even in the House, right? Who cares? Let's just take the Senate for 1 second. The Senate is at a 50-50 divide, right? Democrats have 50 people, Republicans have 50 people. Kamala Harris, she breaks the tie because she's the president of the Senate.
Right.
Now, there are 2 moderates on the Democratic side, Joe Manchin and the senator from, I believe, Arizona. I can't remember her name.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And those people have pledged to not do anything to the Supreme Court or break the filibuster. So that's automatically off the table. And we had this discussion. Let me explain why. We had this discussion about adding Supreme Court justices a while back. Do you guys remember?
Yeah,
When
it
all
was
that
like,
happened? And they
bro.
said no way in hell would they do it. All right. Number 2.
But that's where
Biden.
political pressuring comes in, of course.
Yeah, but they're not that dumb because they'll lose the race. Number 2 is Biden. If Biden really wanted to, okay, he would, as you mentioned, Chao, he would pressure the Dems on the side to add justices to the Supreme Court. But you know why he's not doing it? It's because, number 1, he has a thin majority, but number 2,
He's too busy bombing U.S. citizens, of course.
Yes and no. It sets a dangerous precedent, right? So once the next person in office comes along, and if they're Republican, it's all hell's gonna break loose. And we're gonna be in this never-ending cycle where justices are impeached and justices are placed into the Supreme Court. And no one wants that. So it's probably not gonna happen for a while.
Yeah. Okay. I actually do concede. I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but it is a very scary possibility. And
It's a fair point, yeah.
yeah. So I guess just keep an eye out for any justices suddenly losing their jobs in the near future.
Yep. Alright, I mean, it could happen in our lifetimes. Don't rule it out.
Although I will say, if anything like this did happen, I'm assuming that the remaining Supreme Court justices would most likely deem it unconstitutional, and then that's going to open up a whole lot of other wounds. Anyways,
Yes.
okay, so that was the big thing about Biden. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Biden.
There's more.
Biden sent another airstrike.
No, that's not first. That's not first. First, what happened? Sorry, we gotta go chronologically here, Chao. Because this one is a big one. All right, so basically, another thing that happened this past week or two. Sad thing happened to our the U.S. In Afghanistan. 13 Marines were killed by bombers at the Kabul airport in Afghanistan. Shout out to their families. You know. So I think, it'd be respectful if we did as we've done before, a moment of silence. And so for this one, I think to make it more special and unique, we should do a 13 seconds of silence. If you guys wouldn't mind, I have a timer set up. And we'll start now. All right, so that was our us giving respect to those who's fallen. Thank you for serving our country. Let's talk more about Biden, how he fucked up in this situation specifically. When they were doing a memorial for the soldiers, during it, Biden was looking at his watch while the soldiers were passing by, and while he was supposed to give respect, he was basically showing disrespect by like, oh, how much longer do I have to be here? And that's how the families took it.
Damn.
Definitely. I mean,
Wow.
you could tell.
I mean, I get that, like, there's not a single drop of patriotism in that man, but, like, wow.
It's really stupid.
Yeah, no, that is, and not even just stupid, that's just disrespectful. Like, damn.
Let me just mention something. if you have a watch, and I'm pretty sure most people do, you can tell that, especially when he put his hand over his heart. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Once you do that, right, and you check your watch, it's kind of obvious that you don't want to be there. And as the president, it's kind of irresponsible for him to do that because I'm quoting him, by the way. He says he has to lead the nation, bring back the soul of the nation, and this does not look like that. It's actually quite the opposite. It's removing a lot of our soul, removing a lot of our credibility,
Yeah,
and
it's
Yeah.
making
tainting
us look
our
like
soul.
monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, like the families were very
like
hurt by
Joe Biden
this.
emphasized. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
As
Like
yeah.
they made many videos and interviewed by the news, and they were very like hurt by what the president was doing out there. Like, because apparently he was doing every single body, like every single Marine that
Wait,
passed
really?
by or U.S. soldier. Yeah,
That
it was. It
that
wasn't
almost
shown
seems intentional.
on the news. It was shown once, but the family said it was happening every time. But then again, it
Can
was
you
the
imagine,
yeah.
just for 1 second,
Mm-hmm.
Biden like checked his watch each time a Marine would passed by, just so that the negative press coverage of the actual bombing would fly over. Can you
Yeah,
imagine how like dumb brain that would be?
that's so dumb. And by the way, for the viewers at home, I know it's not all Marines. There were Navy men there. So that's a typo, my bad. But families go out to all you guys. Thank you for serving our country. Thank you for going out there and protecting U.S. lives. And yeah,
And by the way, the watch Biden was wearing probably was an expensive watch. It was either an Omega Speedmaster, a Rolex Datejust, or some other version of the Omega brand. So those are all watches that retail over $3,000. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
being the president of the United States is a very cushy position, I would assume.
500K a year.
yeah. All right. Well, let's go to our next topic, which another Biden fuck up. So there's
Yeah,
Biden.
by the way, for context, this was
Mhm.
the one I was about to say before it was uh, cut off.
We cut that one anyways, Joe.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I mean, if you want to give context, it's fine. But
No, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Please give context.
What?
all right. So basically, Biden was informed that there was going to be another suicide bomb at the airport. Do you know what this guy does? He sends an airstrike to like a house like near the airport that they're going to suicide bomb. That had the bombs apparently, reportedly. And guess how many civilians died? Like guess.
Uh,
Well, we can't guess because we know the answer.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's right. So
Yeah.
so 9 civilians were killed reportedly. 2 were actually children.
what the fuck?
And there was a second explosion, but there was no confirmation if those were C4s or any explosives. They could legit have been propane tanks, or legit the car blew up. Secondly, when the airstrike hit. So
Obviously, the Afghanistan war didn't magically end when Trump came into office and then resume when Trump left office. This was definitely under Trump's reign too, but not nearly to the same extent as the two most recent Democratic presidents, Obama and Biden. Jesus Christ, man, with the bombings.
And both
It
are
is.
intertwined in some way. Just saying.
That is true.
They're basically the same person.
Essentially. Bro, Biden is just Obama but dark mode. Fuck, no, light mode. Fuck. I fucked up the show.
I thought you were going to go like.
So want to retake that
I thought you
one?
were going to say like Biden is Obama but in sicko mode because he's just him but more radical.
Sicko
Do you
mode.
want-
I mean, that also works.
Yeah, both analogies
I mean-
work. Yes. We are such assholes for laughing about people's deaths, and there's the anyways.
No. We ain't laughing about the citizens dying.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
That
honestly,
there's no laughing.
We're
matter.
laughing at Biden.
The only
Yeah.
clown here is Biden. That
the
is-
clown who killed 9
to be honest-
civilians.
If the standard is we can't laugh at people dying, I mean, we can't really laugh at Biden because he's obviously
Yeah.
in a mental capacity not fit for office. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
with how many people have died under his wing, at some point it's kind of deserved. I don't know.
I mean, shoot, this man left equipment, a hell of a lot of equipment over, and he allowed
Over
citizens to
80
die,
billion.
and
80 billion.
he left even U.S. citizens out of Afghanistan. Still, they're still there, and they can't
They are still
like
there.
get him out because the time limit was till the 31st of August.
Also,
So-
by the way, nobody forget that those 80 billion of military equipment that have just been gifted to the Taliban. Never forget where all that money came from.
Ah, yes, and it's Orange Man's fault, right? It's Orange Man's, right?
Yep, it's
Everything
all Orange
connects
Man's
back.
fault.
You know, if you
Yeah.
really think about it, it's all Jesus' fault.
Oh my god.
No, you know what?
Because if it's all Orange Man's fault, then it's all Jesus' fault.
Oh
Now
my
we can
God.
just keep on playing this game.
Why-
It's all God's fault.
Yeah, okay, honestly, there actually is some truth to that. It's all God's fault for making
Uh,
us.
It's not, but I get where they're joking from.
I'm not joking. It's all God's fault.
No, we're joking, right?
Nope,
Yeah.
nope,
Because we're
nope,
pointing out how
nope,
absurd
Yeah.
the point
nope.
is.
Is
None. No
basically
joke.
behind just stupidity. We're just pointing out to those who didn't get
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Ciao.
it. We're trying to get the religious people on our channel too.
No,
you know that,
no,
right?
no.
I guess not.
I'm
I'm-
super religious, guys. I go to a Christian university.
I'm Christian myself, so yeah.
You all believe in fairy tales.
And you believe in fucking better Wi-Fi. Anyways, let's go.
Wi-Fi over military base. Okay.
Let's go.
it's-
Speaking of Wi-Fi, you want to go to the next topic?
Oh
Chao?
yes, actually, I do. Yeah. Okay. Enough people dying and actually feeling human emotion. Let's talk about something that no one actually gives a shit about, which is very standard for our channel. The big tech monopolies. Okay, people might actually care about this one. I don't know. But more importantly, the walls. The walls are shaking. Their establishment, their house of cards, is finally starting to crumble. Because big tech monopolies are finally, in the age of 2021, finally being challenged. And I'm not
Yay.
gonna lie, the
Yay.
competition isn't too great. Let's get into it. So, I'll take it away for this one. First of all, we have, I'm sure all of you know about the best site on the internet, Reddit.com.
Oh.
No. Reddit. But, I gotta say,
Mhm.
it's not actually the best website on the planet. There's really abusive moderators. There's a very authoritarian Orwellian system where all politics and belief systems that are not the status quo are silenced and muted and banned. It is like Twitter, but only slightly better because Twitter is the worst. But yeah, no, Reddit is not a good website. But it did once have a lot of potential. And that potential is rekindling in the form of Reddit replacements. And one of these Reddit replacements is actually showing some potential. Communities.win, everyone. So, alt tech social media, as a concept is nothing new. Before we had the examples of Parler, hosting conservative fringe communities that couldn't exist anywhere else because they were just being silenced. And anywhere else they would just be banned and not allowed to operate on their platform. So, that's where, Parler came in to give these people a voice. Similarly, libertarians and a couple conservatives, I guess, are moving from Reddit to communities.win, or just shortly win. The website is incredibly focused on, free speech and, personal responsibility. Very libertarian values, I would say. Very based. But it's not quite there yet, I'll say. It's not quite ready to be the Reddit replacement that we all want it to be. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it has potential. It is a little bare bones in its design, and there aren't that many communities to choose from, but the site is in its infancy, and the fact that such a site can exist that can compete with Reddit in a meaningful way and other types of big tech social media is a very important thing that I think people should be encouraging over time. If you are interested in going to a Reddit-like place where meritocracy is formally executed and the will of the people can actually be exercised without authoritarianism and corruption, go to communities.win. Seriously, it's in the description. I really, really highly recommend it. It's kind of like a mix of Reddit and 4chan, which I know sounds like a worse Reddit to people who hate 4chan, which, fair enough, but it actually isn't that bad. I'd seriously recommend it. It's not quite there yet when it comes to Reddit, but it's supporting a good cause, and hey, it can always get better. So, what do you two think about communities.win?
Let me say something. Change begins with the people, right? So, if we really want change as a community, then we should obviously use this website. And so, in honor of that, I will be attempting to use the website.
You don't even use regular social media, so I doubt I'll see you use this.
If nothing else, it might be worth it to just use communities.win alongside all of the other normal social media platforms that you currently use now, because just giving the site your traffic and making it more popular and spreading the word like what we're doing here, this is all good stuff. It's giving alt tech a voice.
I mean, I'm not gonna use it because I don't trust it. Because don't you have to click on the link to actually go to somewhere? What if it gives me like a virus?
It's not okay. If it's a virus, then I have it. I've been on there for a little while now.
The virus is just like you staying on the site, I guess.
Okay, no, that's not how viruses work. Anyways, so I would say that communities.win, again, while not perfect, and definitely does need some TLC, is a success story about how a couple of developers with a dream can, beat back against the establishment. Today, though, we do not just have success stories. I would like to, I believe we have not discussed this before, but if we have, then I am retreading old ground. Today we will be going over and discussing the Freedom Phone.
That's the phone I have. What do you mean? It's so good.
You do not have a Freedom Phone.
Bro, I have a Freedom Phone 12. Come on,
bro. I have a Freedom 1210. Fuck.
1210.
Okay. So, I will give some context to the people who do not know what we're talking about. Okay.
Nah, they know what it is. It's so popular. It's like everything.
It's hard as Fortnite.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's basically just the Apple II. Come on.
No, it's Huawei too. What do you mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Now no one's gonna buy it because you know what's wrong with Huawei or whatever how you pronounce it.
Okay. So.
What's wrong with Huawei?
Spy. China.
Nah. But what do you mean? Freedom.
Freedom to spy on people, you're right.
Exactly. I have the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. Okay. Alright, so, I will now give some context. Eric Finman, the youngest Bitcoin millionaire, I believe that title is still valid, has started a quote-unquote revolutionary product. Revolutionary project. To make the ultimate revolutionary product for freedom lovers and patriots alike. And it kind of sucks, not gonna lie. It is the Freedom Phone, advertised to be a cheap replacement for mainstream smartphones, with the added bonus of being nearly completely untraceable and completely untethered to big tech. So let's see if it delivers. It comes with plenty of alt tech apps, pre-installed and installable on their own custom app store, like Parler and DuckDuckGo. I mentioned Parler before. DuckDuckGo is basically just it's a search engine, so like Google or Firefox or whatever, but it also has the added bonus of essentially being a VPN, or actually sort of a better VPN because it is inherently untraceable. We're not a tech channel. We're not trying to go into all the intricacies of what an Onion browser is, but I would personally recommend DuckDuckGo. if I weren't
Wait,
so.
did you just
possessed.
say we're
Let's
not
make
a?
a deal.
Wait, did you not? Did you say that we're not a tech channel, bro? What do you mean? We're the next Linus Tech Tips. Come on.
Bro?
Let's make a deal, boys.
Liberty Tech Tips.
No,
this
We're
video-
rebranding again.
we're rebranding. What's
It's
the
either
deal?
the clip of this video or the podcast video gets, I don't know, how many views?
No, why views?
what's
It's
the big
more
number?
than likes, cause like they don't know
likes.
this deal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. How many likes are we thinking here, boys?
For what?
Just what's a high like number?
Wait, for what though?
Just tell me.
No, for what though?
Just tell me.
20 likes.
All right.
That's high for
100
us.
likes in the
What?
first
That-
24 hours.
Oh, what?
I will
No,
personally buy this phone.
no, 20, because we don't
Okay.
even get 5. We don't even get
Oh, well,
5.
no, because then that actually might happen.
No, we're getting
This is above
20.
our
No,
high.
20.
No, 100.
That is
I'm
no,
setting
20
the
is
terms of my
high.
own purchase.
No, no, you asked for a number. You're getting the number. It's 20.
You never gave me.
Oh my
so
God.
Yes, I did.
100.
I said
Women,
no. It's
women.
20.
How
Whoa,
about
are you
50?
saying that
100.
women
How
are
about
like
50?
more argumentative?
Okay. Yes, they are. Come on.
No, I'll
100.
no 20 or that's it.
100 or nothing.
No, 20 or nah. It's 20. All right.
60?
It's
You
100
guys like the
or I'm
video
not doing
20
anything with my money.
times. We don't even. Oh wait, fuck. KYKA,
Yep.
we don't even have 20 subscribers.
Well, we're gonna get 100,000 subscribers. Pardon
Yep.
me.
When?
Well,
I
we're-
bet. You know what?
Tomorrow.
That's our
W.
by the end of the year. There you go.
By the end of the year, that's the goal. 100K.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Yep.
get
Okay.
1,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
If we get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year,
You know-
KYKA will buy the Freedom Phone.
If you know what, if we get
The
5,000,
settings, I think it's plausible.
you know what, if we get 5,000 by the end of the year, I'll buy the Freedom Phone.
Yeah. If
I'll match you.
If we get 100 by the end of the year, I'll get the Freedom Phone. Now, see, that's
I'll
that's
match-
manageable,
I'll match Sunny. So if we get 5K by the end of the year, I'll buy the Freedom Phone.
bro.
I'll buy it.
okay.
I don't care. I'll use it as my second phone because I love
Yeah,
my
just,
first phone so much.
just use it as your burner phone. Okay.
I already
anyways,
have those.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I
okay,
feel that was a
okay.
reference. What? Wait. What was that reference for? Whoa, you being racist again?
A burner phone is an actual thing.
I know. KYKA, you hearing this guy? He doesn't think I'm he doesn't think I'm Hispanic. Doesn't know what a fucking burner phone is.
I have a burner phone.
You same. Anyways, let's go to the next.
Okay.
Are we still on this topic? or
Yes,
can we
we're
skip
still
it?
on this topic. We're
Oh,
almost
it's
done.
so
We're almost done.
boring.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh.
Look, I want to get to why it sucks. Okay. Okay.
I want to get
so,
to my football topic.
No, we're not doing that one.
We're doing that one. We're doing that one.
Don't make me start ringing at you again. Do not
This
make
is-
me. Do not
Don't.
make me.
Nah, he's gonna be
please.
like Twitter. He's gonna be like Twitter and ban me instead of the Taliban.
It's not,
Did he?
not how that works. Okay, so going back to the Freedom Phone, essentially all of these apps are, as previously mentioned with Alt-Tech, they're advertised as safe havens from those found guilty of wrongthink from the leftist woke establishment. But unlike the Freedom Phone, these apps usually, in some way, deliver on their promises, as we've mentioned with Communities.win and Parler and all these other options. Well, I mean, there aren't that many, but there are some, and I would argue that they do, in many ways, deliver on their promise. But the phone, let's rip to the phone, all right?
Is
It
Pinterest
is.
on this thing?
Oh my god, just shut up. Okay, the Freedom Phone is advertised as basically the same or better than every other phone in existence. So you're talking about your normal Apple and Android, but also, any other phone that you have. It's basically whatever you have, plus it doesn't track you. So why not, right? In reality, the phone is very lackluster in what you're getting when we're talking about specs and hardware, which would be fine because of its relatively cheap price tag, but it is not even remotely scalable to last gen specs. This is like a 2015 phone or like a 2014 phone we're talking about, and it's being priced at $500. Yeah, no, in 2014 phones were like $300, and that's on the expensive side. So clearly, this phone is overpriced for what you're getting, and it's not like an Apple or Android because Apple and Android has some standards of quality. But hey, I guess that's what you have to get for security, right? Well, maybe, but you're also not going to be getting very many apps because obviously trying to be the revolutionary phone of the new age, it has its own app store.
Yo,
And
let's go.
yeah, it has its own app store. So it's not using the Apple App Store. It's not using Google Play. It's not using any of that. It is its own app store. And it has like what, 10 apps or something?
Wait, you saying I can't play Clash of Clans
You
on that
cannot
phone?
play Clash of Clans on the free
What?
Are you saying I
What?
can't play Fortnite? Oh wait, I
Bro,
can't play Fortnite on Android or Apple.
Yeah, you can play Android on
No,
Android.
that-
You just can't play an
Oh.
iPhone.
honestly, I think is the thing is, actually you might be able to play Fortnite on the Freedom phone, but only
Wait.
because you can't play it on the other phone. So they added it as like a selling point. But like, bro, it's so sad because I was actually interested in the Freedom phone, like unironically, because I want to start moving in a direction towards making myself, more secure online, making myself less traceable by the government, especially with all the shady shit that's been going on around the government and around big tech and whatever. I don't want to be traced. I don't want to be Ministry of Truth for what my opinions and what I say. So, I want to do something about it. And I thought the Freedom Phone was going to be a great investment for me. But essentially what Eric Finman has done here, he's found a way to sell you an unlocked Android phone with, a fresh new coat of paint, whatever, and pro free speech apps that are pre-installed. But all of those apps could be installed on literally any other phone. I mean, Parler couldn't be installed for 2 months, and then it came back because of course it did. That's what this is about ultimately. The Freedom Phone is not giving you enough to be worth its purchase. It is very lackluster hardware wise. It gives you stuff that you can already get on literally any other phone. Like if you want to install DuckDuckGo on an Apple or Android phone, you can do it right now. There's realistically no reason to buy the Freedom Phone.
Does this have Flappy Bird? Because if it has Flappy Bird,
I don't know. I don't
buying-
know. I'm actually kind of winging it with how many apps actually are on the phone, because not a lot of people have been giving a lot of
check
tech
out
reviews
specs.
on it. But the specs
Oh my-
are terrible,
Oh my goodness.
right?
Oh my, this is so bad. Look at
telling
the
you.
CPU. It has 8 cores, but look at I'm pretty sure they're not even optimized all 8 cores, or even any of the cores. Not even one of the cores.
Yeah, no.
What is
this? This is depressing. No, this is.
It is so. The RAM could be way better.
The RAM is 4 gigabytes.
Bro, I get that on a laptop, bro, with like $200.
Bro.
Storage? Oh wait, no, is that? Oh no. Okay, that's still. The battery, it could be better. At least it has USB-C.
But that's standard for Android and Apple.
To be fair, at least it's not priced at $1,000.
Okay, true.
That is true.
It is
But
a
then
cheap
again, you can get
alternative.
older phones that are around the same price with better specs.
And
right now.
also, it's
honestly,
the App Store. That's the big problem. It's so limiting.
But I feel like if you buy this phone, you're sort of not paying for it to be flashy in any in the spec department, right? You're paying for it for the name, right?
Right.
Freedom
Phone. You're paying to be ripped off essentially.
So do you really need all?
So it's like Apple. It's like Apple.
Yeah,
it's basically like
Apple.
Apple.
A lot like Apple.
That's why I don't own Apple.
It's a poor man's Apple, honestly.
KYKA.
Yeah,
except you have AirPods, so yeah,
oh my
I don't
God.
own Apple products. Oh my god!
Stop bickering!
Those
By
were
the
a
way,
gift.
Apple
Do you want me to
has
just say?
monopoly on college campuses? Just saying.
Okay, that's my problem. Why?
It's because I'm just saying. I never said it was your problem.
Wow, you saying that it isn't? Can you believe this
Yeah.
this guy? Rude.
Anyways, so I
Why would
guess
it be your fault?
in closing
Wow,
about
you say I'm not going to college? That's racist.
I never said that. What?
the hey yo, who brought race into this again?
Sunny.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
Oh, wait, good
What?
transition point.
Going transition off this topic. It's such a
No, I was just gonna end it off by saying, you know, the future for alt tech, which really there should be a future for alt tech if we want to, you know, have a future with the internet at all. We should have competition for, you know, at the very least for normal, you know, big tech social media companies to have something to, you know, stand up to be better to, and therefore to have as meaningful competition. So, you know, I think that alt tech really should be going somewhere, and it seems to be for once. But the thing is, the Freedom Phone is not helping this push. It is not helping this cause because it's just shaking up the faith in alt tech as a legitimate alternative to mainstream options.
I think it's a step to the right direction, but they should just try to get more apps on their store because that's what's killing it.
Yeah.
Not only the specs, like come on, upgrade your specs a bit, get more apps on, like you gotta get more backers. I get it, you know, it's a political thing, but you just gotta get to be successful. You gotta take the right strides.
Yeah. You know, if there ends up being a Freedom Phone 2 and a lot of these problems are fixed, you know, maybe this would actually be a big help. But right now, it is really not. And, you know, we could really use some alternatives right now. The Apple-Android duopoly is starting to get real stale.
We are not opposed to a new alternative.
We are really not.
Exactly.
It's just got to be able to step up to what's already here.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. So, off that kind of boring topic. Sorry, guys. Let's talk about something. Oh God, why? Fucking cringe. So. Okay. So I don't know if you remember. Again, I'll leave with this one because. Oh boy.
You should talk about Travis Scott.
No, we're not gonna talk about Travis fucking Scott. Okay. All right.
Aww. It's
So
lit.
I don't know if you all remember. Our very very loyal viewers, if you remember when. I don't even know if we were active around this time. I think we were. Where the Black Lives Matter movement, shortened to BLM, hosted a event in Fortnite about you know, making black voices heard. Now, I don't think I need to explain why using Fortnite as a catalyst for political messaging, and especially of that kind, makes any sense. But apparently, Epic Games...
Especially on young, impressionable children.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, at that point, you're basically just admitting that it's a propaganda machine.
No, that's trying to freaking get an extra buck. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you know, that too. But, anyways, so, apparently Epic Games has not learned its lesson from this. And you might be asking, what lesson? Well, another thing that made the whole BLM, Fortnite integration, interesting was that Fortnite kids and trolls found a way, Jesus, to get tomatoes and throw them at the screen that was displaying the BLM broadcast.
Oh my goodness. That is...
Okay, so I just want to preface that it was basically a failure, and yet Epic Games has not learned anything. They are continuing, and now the Epic Games March Through Time event will be hosted soon.
When? I want to be in this event.
Actually, yeah. Let's check. Let's check. I want to see. I want to
see when it is.
When is it going to be available around the world on August 26th? Okay, so
did it already happen?
It's already happened?
What?
Oh, no.
We couldn't throw tomatoes at it? I mean,
Oh,
what?
wait. Oh, I think it's still going. I think it's an ongoing thing. I don't think it's like.
All right, I'm hopping on
Okay.
Fortnite right now.
Okay,
Let's go, boys.
But here's the thing, right? And there's a reason why we're talking about this on a political channel. I personally respect Martin Luther King a lot. I think anyone with a brain does. But leftists, as we know, NPCs, and apparently for a lot of them, Martin Luther King has either said things that he really hasn't, meant things that he really hasn't, or was not extreme enough and is just the beginning.
Wait, how? Why would you go extreme? That was his whole thing. He was taking Gandhi's teachings and not being extreme in violence. That's the whole point of his protest.
These are American leftists we're talking about.
You mean American fucking?
Yes, those are synonyms. But anyways, I wanna just mention something. I do not know what happened at this event, and I am very open to find out and to update all of you for SoL 19 when we do figure out what the aftermath of this horrific situation would be. But I just want to illustrate something. The MLK event is going to be hosted in a very similar, if not identical way to the BLM event. And because of this, considering the fact that one of the main weapons that you can gain in Fortnite is the hunting rifle.
Oh, okay. That's
they probably would have disabled the tomatoes because I'm assuming they're not brain dead. But like, if someone can gain access to a hunting rifle and shoot it at the screen,
that's
holy fuck.
I mean, it's possible because they're kids. They don't know better. Like, Fortnite is full of kids.
Well, okay,
we all know this.
Well, it would also be trolls. And, you know,
and trolls.
Yeah, because, like, you know...
Obvious. I mean, what's the difference, to be honest?
Yeah, fair.
Racist trolls, yeah. Do we go quiet?
I really wanted to bring that up because I am very, very open to updating all of you on the situation that goes down, whether or not hunting rifles are equipped, or whether or not this event goes smoothly. I guess it's just up to time.
I think they'll disable weapons. If they're smart, they'll disable weapons at the area.
But they're clearly not smart enough to not do this kind of thing twice.
You're right. it's Epic Games.
So, you know, it's not looking peachy, you know. And you know, hey,
you're giving them too much credit.
I really do hate the idea of someone going up to this event. This event where someone actually respectable, you know, is being honored for their service to civil rights and equality of the races. And really just civil progress in general, you know, progress that is actually good for once. But I will say this. If there are hunting rifles, and they are equipable to any character, like the tomatoes were, I don't know. All I'm saying is I might be on Fortnite for a little while. I don't know.
Oh my god.
By the way,
next topic.
No, I want to say one thing. Sons of Liberty looks down upon people who do that. We respect this man very much so. So please don't do that. If you do that, go fuck yourself.
No,
Anyways,
yeah.
Although
next topic. I'm actually very down to fuck myself. Anyways, so
let's
next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so but speaking of Fortnite kids, let's talk about regular kids.
Oh.
No, just kids in general. In Minnesota. Here we fucking go.
Another thing about Minnesota, I swear.
Yeah, Minnesota's becoming the second Florida. Alright.
At least it's not Alabama.
Oof. Alabama's a spicy state. Alright, anyways, God, I keep just saying cringe shit after cringe shit. But anyways, so if you are sending your child to Wildwood Elementary in Minnesota, make sure they learn to do the zombie walk to the cafeteria. Here we fucking go.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways,
Uh-huh.
so this is a very simple case of COVID calamity panic, where people just completely overreact to something that is ultimately not really that big of a deal when it comes to kindergarten children in late 2021. But whatever. In order to keep them safe, because schools had to eventually reopen, but of course they still have to follow the ever increasing COVID guidelines from our governors and our politicians. There has been a policy instated, and I really hope it doesn't spread, but it most likely will, where children are instructed to put their hands out 6 feet in front of them when walking to the cafeteria to make sure that everyone is as far apart as possible and so that no one contracts and transmits COVID. Now, if any of us, of course, we have, but if any of you in the audience have ever been in a school before in your entire life, you will know that they are usually breeding grounds for disease. So there actually is something to this, but there are other solutions than making kindergarten children learn to do the zombie walk. There's keep doing distance learning until COVID passes, like completely. There's just don't make your children into complete walking laughingstocks, because why? Oh, and my personal favorite, maybe just don't force kids to always walk in single file lines. Like, they're literally just set up like dominoes. Of course this is going to happen. Everyone has to be single file lined up in, elementary and middle, and in some cases even high school, although not in ours, thank God. And everyone has to be squished together. This is how diseases spread, alongside, of course, the classroom. But maybe the solution is, instead of spacing apart the lines, maybe just get rid of the lines. I don't know, it's a revolutionary concept. What do you two think?
What? Getting rid of the system that makes us
bro.
all into drones and computers? Nah.
No, don't do that. Then they might actually think for themselves and consider homeschooling.
Exactly.
To be fair,
Mhm.
as Chao mentioned, this can be an intelligent policy decision, but it's applied in the wrong way. So it's done in bad intention. COVID-19 to children, not particularly dangerous.
Right.
The flu, which is not dangerous to children but more dangerous than COVID. You can make an argument for that, but definitely not for COVID. So
Yeah. And
very
also,
hard for us to understand this.
if you were going to make this argument, instead of distance learning in, early 2020, I would actually sort of understand this. But we've been through this shit for a year and a half. Chill the fuck off, Or chill the fuck down, I guess, is what I meant to say.
Let kids live a little,
Right? And also notice that literally every single child in this image is wearing a mask, and one of them is straight up just wearing a face shield.
I mean, we don't know the psychological effects, of wearing masks on children right now, but I assume they're not the prettiest, and we'll bear the issue in some years to come.
A lot more kids are
Particularly when they go to high school.
Yeah, a lot more kids are gonna be antisocial. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
A lot more
And
kids.
also, another thing is, with masks is, and this is something that a lot of people really seem to forget, is they are inherently meant to trap breathed out air, which is to say carbon dioxide, which is a neurotoxin. That's the point of the mask. If air escapes, then so does the virus. And, we can talk about, whether or not masks work or whether or not they're necessary or whatever. That's really more of a general philosophy thing, and we've discussed this many times in the podcast before. But, considering the fact that this is a place of learning, considering this is a place where the brain must be very active, and a place where memory retention and creation is the most important, maybe forcing kids to continuously breathe in stale air that is full of carbon dioxide that inhibits this process is a bad idea, no matter how bad COVID gets. Just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, really, it boils down to how concerned are you about the next generation of children?
Yeah.
If you are, let's stop masking for a little bit. If you
Yeah.
aren't, just continue.
Yeah, of course. All right. So, God, triple threat with the kid problem. The kid problem. Decided that the kid's the problem. No, but like a triple threat with problems involving kids. We have Fortnite, we have the zombie walk, and now we have the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of. Wait, no, not that one. No, the other one. Yes, the Pride flag. Let's get into it. So
flags.
actually,
Okay,
I
I'll
think,
have to.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, our devoted American patriot trademark and TikTok influencer himself, Sunny. How do you take away this one?
Okay, so basically, there was a teacher, that's a kindergarten teacher, I believe, posted on her TikTok about how she doesn't like the American flag, so she doesn't have it in her room. But some of the kids asked, like, "Hey, what are we gonna pledge to?" And then she's like, "Okay, pledge to the LGBTQ premium flag." All right.
Premium.
So
plus?
yeah, I use that instead of plus. Smart, right?
It's Pride.
Is it Pride? No, it's plus,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, LGBTQ. LGBTQ
Oh,
premium.
okay.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, fuck, I fucked up. Anyways, so what basically happened is that video went viral, and guess who saw the video? The kids'
Trump.
parents. Okay, close enough. The kids' parents, and so what happened is the parents brought to the school a bunch of American flags and started placing them in the school.
Based parents.
Exactly. And then this story actually has a happy ending. She gets removed from the school. It's so
Dub.
amazing. It's such a dub. Honestly,
Alright, let's mention one quick thing here.
nah,
Okay.
I don't want to.
Okay,
No,
go ahead.
we're deleting this whole thing.
No.
The American flag, right,
Mhm.
is something that unites all Americans, regardless of race, skin, sex, gender, whatever you identify as, right?
Right.
The LGBTQ plus flag unites LGBTQ plus people.
Right.
So, why in hell would you use that flag to unite the classroom over the American flag, which actually unites the classroom, whether or not you are from here or not, right?
It's
This
it's actually very simple, KYKA. I know most of the time we ask questions that cannot be answered, but this one is very simple. Because if you are straight, cis, and overwhelmingly normal in your gender and gender preference, so for sexual preference,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not a person. Sorry.
Oh, dang.
You're bad. Get better at Fortnite.
But we already talked about Fortnite. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, get even better. Come on, bro.
Okay. So,
Only thing I think is stupid. The teacher honestly has something wrong with her. Because having little impressionable kids like pledge allegiance to a flag that doesn't mean anything to them yet, or to be determined, whatever, that's their future, when they should be pledging to our country's flag, the thing that has meaning to us, the thing that binds us and unites us, as KYKA said.
the country that has protected our freedom.
Exactly.
And that has allowed us to flourish underneath the protective bubble that we all live in. Why we're not all rotting in some hellhole like North Korea or China.
Right. You can make the claim that America is the best country in the world, and I would agree. But
Yeah.
even if you don't make that claim, America's top 5, right? There is
Yes.
no denial.
There
of
is
that.
no denial that America, whatever number of top you have, America is somewhere on that list. Maybe not the
Yeah.
top spot, but definitely on the list.
Because it's subjective, right? And
Yeah.
we, because of our subjective opinions, believe America's on the top.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, the truth is there just really isn't that much
Competition.
Yeah, there just isn't that much competition or comparison. Because, I mean, what's your favorite country? China? Oh, actually, this isn't really a topic that we were going to discuss, but I am going to throw it in here, just because I think it is slightly funny. Speaking of China, did you know that China has recently put a huge restriction on gaming for minors?
I saw that.
If you are under 18, you can only play video games 1 hour a day, only on the weekdays. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
that is
really?
a total of 3 hours a week.
Yo, Chao, it used to be they restricted it to only 3 hours a day if you're under 18. That's crazy.
Now it's worse.
Now it's
Oh,
worse.
that's so stupid.
So 3 hours a week.
First of
Only on
all,
the
okay.
weekends or weekdays?
No, weekends only.
So what you're saying is, not only do they give their citizens toxic fumes and stuff, but they also don't let them game inside. Oh my! This is so stupid.
Not to mention the
Right.
fact that China was, of course, the country of origin for the coronavirus, and thus was one of the first countries that had to go into lockdown. What's the one thing all of these kids are going to do when they're in lockdown is play video games. And now, oh whoopsie-daisies, not happening.
Wait, so
Let's
that
mention
means
something important here.
all their
you wanna go?
legal. Wait, I'm gonna say one thing. They can go. That means all their League of Legends players can't really game. Like they're all fucking underage.
They're not all underage.
Name one.
That's South Korea you're thinking.
Na-
of. You
name
fucking
one.
racist. You fucking
Name one.
racist.
Name one. Name one. Name one.
What?
Name
one. That's
one.
not underaged.
Huh.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean,
you can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
because I don't know any players.
Hey,
Anyways,
hey, you want to know one thing that isn't underaged? The Afghanistan war. That's why Biden pulled out.
it's 20 years old. Too old for his type, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Go with what
Okay,
you're
but
going to
on a serious
say.
note, let's mention something important about this China thing. So, there's an underlying issue with China like banning hours in games,
Mhm.
and the biggest issue is economic development. Tencent, which is one of China's largest employers and largest companies in the country, does provide a large impact to their GDP, their gross domestic product.
Mm-hmm.
So once you take that ability away, right, to provide for their primary demographic, which is presumably kids under 18,
Right.
and if it's not their primary demographic, it's
Right.
certainly a large majority,
Mm-hmm.
what you're actually doing is stifling development,
Right.
right? You're going to reduce the amount of jobs because there's not enough demand.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Something
it's actually going to
tells
hurt
me
them in their long run.
that this may actually be reversed once they figure out. Oh, wait, what happened to the GDP?
This actually might be beneficial for America in the long run.
Oh
but,
yeah.
Yo, we get
possibly.
better gamers.
Well, not only
Well,
that,
South
Oh.
Korea.
get
South
larger
Korea.
market share
What?
of American
Why are you always saying South
developers.
Korea?
Bro, South Korea.
China also has really good gamers.
No.
Yes, they do.
No, not even
Yes, they
close to
do.
South Korea. It's not even in
Bro,
competition, man.
Their Overwatch team was one of the best.
Okay,
before.
why are you using the Overwatch? Why?
Because they were a good
Overwatch
team. Man.
bad.
And South Korea is like known for their gaming.
Yeah, South Korea is known for
So
League
is
of
China
Legends.
as well.
No, it's not.
Let's continue to another topic.
Yeah, let's just continue.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, another school story? Oh,
no.
let's go. That's
You with your kids, Chao, I swear.
Bro, I am not Joe
Joe
Biden.
Biden's rubbing off on him.
Bro,
You
Joe
get what I mean?
Biden's ro-
Rubbing.
Oh, yo.
He is also still a minor. So.
I'm still a minor. Fuck. Oh, man.
Is that why you do all these kids story while you have time, huh?
Hey, yo. You don't know me, man. Okay, so this one is actually kind of cool. I'm assuming we have already talked about critical race theory on this channel multiple times, but the pushback is beginning, and it's starting in California of all places. I know it's wacky, but essentially, a California school district has blocked critical race theory in its classrooms I believe, this week.
Wait, where?
What?
Where are they banning them?
In California.
Are you serious?
I am
That's
serious.
It's stupid.
Wait, how is that stupid?
Huh?
What?
Wait, what is critical race theory?
Oh, you don't know?
We've talked about critical race theory on the podcast before.
Okay.
Remember the whole, like, the white ally chart where it's like on one side you're a white supremacist, on the other side you're a white abolitionist? Remember that shit?
No.
Remember
Okay,
how,
let me try and explain this, Chao.
Yeah, go ahead.
To the best of my abilities. So critical race theory suggests that racism is the underlying factor of our lives. It's embedded in our major institutions and continues to be a major threat to our democracy. That is critical race theory's shtick.
Right, and of course it also sort of puts a little bit of you cannot be racist to white people because white people are the oppressors and shit like that. It's not stuff we haven't heard before, but the reason why it's such a big deal is because for a while there it was being taught to children. Impressionable young children.
No, I see no problem with that.
You're getting muted.
Damn.
You're getting muted. Come on.
Well, it's because I'm brown. You guys are white.
Yeah,
So
you're getting muted.
No, I'm not white.
We are an openly racist podcast.
No,
Yes.
wrong.
Don't join the dark side.
We're not racist.
Yes, we are.
No,
Yes.
re.
Okay, fine. I'll unmute him.
You have the brown man muted, so you're racist.
Yeah, on God.
So are you, KYKA? You didn't do anything.
What do you mean I don't have power?
But you can tell him to unmute me. You didn't.
Oh my God, no! You do have power. You have white privilege.
Well, remember when he had like admin privileges?
Okay,
I mean, I didn't
bro,
know it.
don't talk about that on the podcast. Come on.
Well, it's I thought this wasn't gonna stay in.
Okay.
Anyways,
Let's continue, please.
So, right. So, thank you, KYKA, for explaining critical race theory. Yeah, it is no bueno. But essentially, it is finally being negated in some Californian school districts, which I am very delighted to hear. Maybe there won't be as many self-hating white leftists. It's a dream. It really is.
No, that's gonna continue. People always continue to hate their own race for no matter the reason.
Dude,
Especially white people.
I just want a dream, man.
Oh, there's no dreams in the Sons of Liberty channel. You should have known that.
Yeah, true. This is where dreams go to die.
Exactly.
Okay, so, yeah, so the vote was 4-3. It was very close. But, yeah, it's finally getting the banhammer in this one school district, and I hope that more follow. We will keep you all posted on the state of CRT as it is in California, the original blue state of America. I know some people think it's New York. It's really not. Although maybe it will be soon. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing with the schools. Enough about schools. Let's talk about terrible
else.
people on Twitter.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to have this little moment for people who have died of COVID-19. I know that people on the right wing, you know, we definitely do downplay COVID a lot because we don't see it as the apocalypse zombie virus that leftists do. But COVID-19 has killed people. And, you know, for the elderly, for the vulnerable, for the immunocompromised, or even just those who are really unlucky. I want to have exactly 19 seconds of silence for all those people who were lost to the virus. I'm not going to do this whole lot, but I just want to take it now. Okay, that was about 19 seconds, right? Anyways, did you die of COVID? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Hashtag womp womp. Shoulda got the vaccine, loser. Okay, that I know that sounded like like a terrible thing that I just said, but this is the unironic approach of fully vaccinated Tom Lakey. I think that's how he pronounces his name. He is an absolute fucking scumbag, and today we're gonna get into his terrible takes.
Before you continue, Chao, let me mention something. We are going to include his Twitter profile because he is verified, meaning he is a public figure.
He is verified, and even though Twitter will say otherwise, verification on the platform is a form of endorsement, and it was actually the standing for President Trump to try to take one of Twitter's copyright safe harbor for provisions away, but that is not for this episode. Today, let's get back into this absolute fucking human scum. This absolute... I hate him so much. Let's get into some of these great tweets. Okay. So this one was from the New York Post. State senator who opposed mask mandates on ventilator with COVID-19. Now, I don't think it's terribly important to the conversation, but he did mention it. So, yes, this senator is overweight. It's very visible. It's very noticeable. So, you know, he was opposing mask mandates, which did not mean that he was opposing wearing masks in general. He just didn't want it to be mandated, to be forced by the government, which I think is very respectable. Let's hear what Tom Lakey has to say. See ya, fatso! Hashtag COVID-19, hashtag COVID, hashtag thoughts and prayers, hashtag womp womp.
That doesn't even make sense. Why do you put thoughts and prayer in a fucking dick response?
It's like it's sarcastic. It's sarcastic.
Bro,
so
what happened to fat shaming?
Right?
Oh my gosh, this is so stupid.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Let's see the next one. Oh fuck. Oh, it's this one. Another post from the New York Post. Baby younger than 1 dies from COVID in Louisiana, officials say. Let's see this guy's take. Clearly, of course, he would have some sympathy for the fucking 1-year-old that died from COVID. Gee, sorry to hear that. One less vote for the hashtag Trump tards of the future. Hashtag COVID-19.
Oh, this guy
That
is
is
a
bad.
scum. This guy's a
What
scum.
the fuck?
This guy's a scum. You know, why do you ban Twitter like Trump, but you keep like people like the Taliban and this guy on your site?
Bro, especially considering
Taliban is on
he's
Twitter.
fucking verified. If you're
They are on Twitter. That's what I
Bro,
said.
if you're gonna take away fucking Richard Spencer's fucking verification badge, why does this scumbag still have his? It's fucking
You know what?
favoritism.
We should get a verification if you're gonna let this guy be verified.
Bro, on God, we have better takes than this loser. Anyone does.
I mean, I don't know about that one, but you know,
No, we have better takes.
no,
We do.
no.
Okay.
You're just bad.
But anyways,
didn't
let's
have the login.
let's continue. Oh fuck, this one's worse. Okay, so apparently he gets a lot of his posts from the New York Post, so I think these are going to be what he's responding to mostly. The New York Post writes, pregnant nurse, unborn baby, die of COVID after refusing to get vaccinated. It's a controversial story, but I mean, come on, let's see what Tom Lakey has to say. Hashtag another one bites the dust. Hashtag COVID-19. Hashtag thoughts and prayers. Hashtag womp womp.
What the fuck does womp womp mean? What does that mean? Oh my, that's so stupid.
Fuck you,
That's
man.
so stupid. Honestly, another one bites the dust would be for you, man. Honestly,
On God, if he dropped tomorrow, I would literally post hashtag another one bites the dust. Hashtag thoughts and prayers. Hashtag womp womp.
I'm putting you to that. I'm holding you to that.
I will. Okay. So, this is an article from people.com. Unvaccinated pregnant nurse and her unborn baby die of COVID. Oh, let's see what he has to say. Owning the libs ×2. Boo hoo hoo. Hashtag COVID-19. Hashtag thoughts and prayers. Hashtag womp womp.
What
What?
does libs mean? I don't
Like,
think he understands what that means.
Okay, is this some like fucking like backwards leftist logic where it's like they're not a leftist, they're a rad lib. They're a rad lib. That's just rad lib shit. No. No, it's fucking bullshit.
what? Does he mean libertarians or does he actually mean
No,
liberals?
he means liberals, bro. No way.
Imagine.
Haha, you're unvaccinated? Boo-hoo! Thoughts and prayers, womp womp, bro.
That's so stupid.
And don't even get me started on the fucking, like, baby shit from before. This is disgusting. Okay, now, I want to say this really quickly. For this specific case, the woman did not get vaccinated because she wanted to. She refused to get vaccinated because she couldn't get vaccinated because of her pregnancy, because there were health complications and the pregnancy might have a miscarriage if she got the vaccine. Now, I don't know all of the details about it, but I don't need to. She was helpless in this situation. She died of COVID, and so did her unborn baby because she didn't have any other choice. And this fucker's like, owning the libs ×2. Bro, like, have some fucking empathy for once, man. I don't know how
Party
you get...
of empathy, Chao. Come on, bro.
Right? Like, fucking, that was fucking Freedom Tunes clip. There was like, Democrats just have more empathy than Republicans, and it's just like a montage of all the times where Democrats have just been like, fuck you, agree with me, or fuck you, do what I want. I'm not going to include a clip because this is getting a little long as it is anyway, but I'll link it in the description if you're interested. Freedom Tunes is a very good animator.
He is a very good animator. I believe he's also a libertarian like you too.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I like his takes.
Yeah,
I like his takes on things.
He is very based. Okay, but finally, I just want to end off on this motherfucker. I gotta say, I got the vaccine. I got the Johnson & Johnson before it became publicly available because, certain special access. I don't really want to disclose in the podcast, but you both know what I mean. Fat ass. But I just gotta say really quickly, I do not think there is a single person more effective at making me wish I could get unvaccinated than this motherfucker. Like, I genuinely wish they could take a needle and take out the vaccine from my arm. Like, seriously. This guy just pisses me off. There are actually more examples than we're listing here, obviously for time reasons. But, like, he just does this shit all the time. Died from COVID, didn't get the vaccine, boo-hoo, #womp-womp, #thoughts and prayers. Like, bro, fuck you. Like, you have absolutely zero empathy. None. Because they don't agree with you, or they don't follow what you want them to do. It's sickening.
It is.
Agreed.
Bro, tell me, seriously, one, like, Republican, like, opponent of, ideas, similar on the other side of the spectrum, that most people, like, can deadass say they respect, that does this shit and gets away with it.
Yeah.
You can't find them. There is no Tom Leahy's for the Republicans, or the conservatives, or the right wing. Because only on Twitter, only on a site that is so oversaturated with leftism garbage, can someone like this, who, by the way, is bottom-feeding even for leftist standards, can survive and propagate with his checkmark. It's sad. And it really paints a picture for how terrible Twitter is. Reddit is bad, but Twitter is the worst.
Agreed. I mean, that's quite obvious at this point.
Exactly.
And also, can I just say, leftists are really crying about how the Nazis went online in, 2013 or whatever. And, they're always saying, Nazi, Nazi, fascist, fascist. This is how you get Nazis. This bullshit, this, absolute cutthroat authoritarianism is how you get crackpot conspiracy theorists like QAnon and 4chan neo-Nazi role players from otherwise completely normal people. it's not it's partially their fault for giving into bad ideas, but it's also your fault. Not you guys, but like, the fault of these fucking blue checkmark idiots for parroting the reasonable ideas, and usually less reasonable ideas of the left and whatever, as so absolutely cutthroat that any dissonance is to be met with mockery and shame. This is the end goal. This is the end game. It's fucking Tom Lakey is fully vaccinated. Which, by the way, fully vaccinated is in the name, and it's the first thing that comes before his actual name. That's how in the cult he is. Anyways, we're starting to run out of time, so let's move on. And yes, this is going to be a long one. This next topic is, instead of an American villain, let's talk about an American hero. Ken Abante has created a budget tracker that traces where government funds go for COVID-19.
Oof, oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
This is going to be a good one.
It is going to be a good one. Finally, some power in the people. So, he said trying to follow how the government is spending its money for COVID-19 can be a frustrating and confusing affair. Which, especially if you're considering to donate to the cause, makes a lot of sense. So, he thought that maybe there could be a clearer way of explaining this to the public. And since he had been in the finance department before, he felt that he could also lend a hand in that respect. I'm kind of quoting him there. He is a true libertarian American hero. He's putting the truth and the power out of the hands of the shady elite, and he is putting it in the hands of the people. And without even laying a scratch. All harmless. Just information. Just giving the information back to the people. It is truly honorable. And, most skeptics of the government understand, on some level, that COVID-19 funding probably isn't only going to helping with research and prevention and development, because they have their heads on straight. But to finally have some statistics, some answers, maybe for once we could actually get somewhere with our society if we knew how our government was handling this absolutely extreme problem. And I have good news. It's open source. Yes, that's right. You, dear viewer of the Sons of Liberty podcast, can track the current budget for COVID-19 for the government right now. The link, of course, will always be in the description. And I encourage you to check out the stats for yourself. Sons of Liberty, what do you think about this?
I think this actually promotes transparency, right? Remember when Biden ran on transparency and then proceeds to never answer a single question during his press conference? Very transparent. But this actually is transparent, and I'm happy about this.
Yeah, I could not agree more with my co-host for once. This is a step in the right direction. Honestly, this guy is doing real good. What makes us not worry about certain things, like what Joe Biden's not doing with Afghanistan, is transparency. Is what we should know. What we know makes us not worry as much. Especially with the budgeting and everything's going on. Thank you to this guy. What's his name? Ken Abante? I believe that's his name, right, Chao?
Yes, that is his name.
Yeah. Props to you, man.
And, this really could help in a lot of, our goals with holding the government accountable. But, the government doesn't like that, so I can't wait for him to be fucking Epsteined or John McAfee'd out of existence for speaking truth to power. But, we'll get to that when it happens. And, of course, we will be right here to complain about it and do nothing else, because that's what we do. Speaking of complaining and doing nothing else, Ben & Jerry's! Try our new virtue signaling flavor. Ben & Jerry's has officially stated that they will end sales of their ice cream in the Occupied Palestinian Territory, or the OPT. Do either of you know anything about this?
Okay, so I don't know much, but I want to mention something really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So the OPT, Occupied Palestinian Territory, can mean one of two things. Either they're referring to Jerusalem, which is a disputed territory between Israel and Palestine, although I would say it's pretty much Israel's at this point. They've been controlling it for years now.
Right.
Or, which, there's a case to be made on that first one, right? It's disputed.
Right.
Or they could be referring to all of Israel.
Which,
And they could be, yeah, it's bad. And they could be referring to this because Palestine views Israel as an illegitimate state that should be overthrown.
Right. And clearly Ben & Jerry is coming from the sympathetic side for Israel. So it is very possible that Ben & Jerry's might consider all of Israel as occupied Palestinian territory, which is disgusting considering that they're essentially just agreeing with Palestine that Israel just doesn't exist. And this goes back to the whole drama that's going on in the Middle East, which I believe we have covered before. It is very complicated, it is very dramatic, and it is very serious for people living in those states, both Israel and Palestine. But I will say this, and I've said this before, and we have mentioned it before on the podcast, but I think it is worth restating. If Palestine gives up their guns and they drop the war effort, there will be peace. If Israel gives up their war effort, there won't be an Israel. Just something to think about. But anyways, going back to the whole situation with Ben & Jerry's, they have stated that they believe it is inconsistent with their values as the C-tier ice cream company for Ben & Jerry's ice cream to be sold in the OPT. We also hear and recognize the concerns shared with us by our fans and trusted partners. We have a long-lasting partnership with our licensee, who manufactures Ben & Jerry's ice cream in Israel and distributes it in the region. We have been working to change this, and so we have informed our licensee that we will not renew the license agreement when it expires at the end of next year. Although Ben & Jerry's will no longer be sold in the OPT, we will stay in Israel through a different arrangement. We will share an update as soon as we are ready. That is their official statement. So it would seem that they are defining some part of Israel as Israel, and not the entire state of Israel as being Palestine. But that is a lot of arbitrary lining that Ben & Jerry's is doing. Aren't they just the ice cream company?
Yeah.
Like,
their ice cream's not even that good. Like,
I
Cold
know.
Stone is leaps ahead of them, but
oh
like,
my
still,
god, right?
why do they have to be
And to make hell,
involved in
even
this?
Haagen-Dazs and like,
Yeah, Dairy Queen, bro.
right? Like, literally anything else. Why is
Dairy Queen.
okay?
Come on, bro.
I
You're
don't know
not
about
wrong.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Dairy Queen's like the best, bro. When they
Bro.
flip it upside down,
Not gonna lie, I'd rather have a fucking Denny's milkshake than Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I don't know. But anyways, like, I don't know. Why do they got a virtue signal? Why do they gotta be the heroes? And, like, I don't get it. Why can't you just stay in your lane, Ben & Jerry's? Why can't you just
Because-
make subpar ice cream? Like, come on.
Their answer is because.
Because it is inconsistent with our values. So,
it's basically like a response from your parents because I said so.
yeah,
like-
essentially. So, before we end off on this topic, because there's not really much to say, Ben & Jerry's, I'm very disappointed. Make better ice cream and make fewer takes. But first, we should see the frequently asked questions segment. We're not going to go through all of them because we'd be here all day. Ben & Jerry's does like to ramble, but let's see what they have to say. You say this isn't consistent with your values. What do you mean? We're a values-led company, just literally stating what you've just said before, with a long history of advocating for human rights and economic and social justice. There it is! There it is. They said the line. The funny line. I think our first episode was
Social
actually
justice.
yeah, our first episode actually was on social justice warriors. If you remember.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
'Cause they're such
literally titled
bitches.
Oh
SJWs.
God.
Yeah, they're such bitches. I'm out, losers.
Damn.
Wait. Oh yeah. Sorry, editor. You have to bleep a lot of stuff this episode.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
say the B word.
Oh my bad, cunts. Oh
Don't-
wait, that's not it.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool in Australia. It's cool in Australia.
Oh, okay. We'll just only upload that one in
Actually,
Australia.
wait. No, we have.
Wait,
to...
aren't we banned in Australia?
Are we?
Wait,
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
Oh,
actually,
no, that was-
there is a little something I did want to talk about Australia at the very end, but we'll get to that later. Anyways, back to the FAQ. What do you consider to be the OPT? We recognize the definition of the OPT as defined by the United Nations. So, I mean, first of all, why are you getting your definitions from the UN of all places? But fine, let's see. OPT, United Nations. Let's see.
Did I die?
I'm looking
No.
at the list.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, Discord died again.
yeah, no. There are no clear definitions because the UN is an incredibly huge bureaucracy that has no concept of formality and brevity. Jesus Christ. So we will not be reading the UN statement this podcast episode, but if requested, we could revisit this topic with a closer eye. Why are you waiting until next year to remove your products from the OPT? This is just a licensing issue. Are you exiting Israel in general? Is this part of the boycott, divestment sanctions movement? No, although Ben & Jerry's will no longer be sold in the OPT, we will stay in Israel, yes. Ben & Jerry's is being accused of anti-Semitism. What is your response? We reject and repudiate, whatever, all forms of hate and racism. Our decision to exit the OPD was based on our belief that it is inconsistent with our values for Ben & Jerry's to be present within an internationally recognized illegal operation. They are calling the OPT an illegal operation. Bruh. They're saying that the company's stated decision to more fully align its operations with the values is not a rejection of Israel. It is a rejection of Israeli policy, which perpetuates an illegal operation that is a barrier to peace, whatever that means, and violates the basic human rights of the Palestinian people who live under the occupation. It is anti-Semitic to question the policies of the State of Israel. As Jewish supporters of the State of Israel, we fundamentally reject this notion. Wow, what a mouthful, Ben & Jerry's. Okay, so I guess the only takeaway from this is, it's not anti-Semitic because we said it is. Wow, great one. What do you two think?
Look, this whole situation, although it's probably not anti-Semitic, right? Let's be clear on this. This move by Ben & Jerry's was not an anti-Semitic move by any means. It was a move to please the SJWs, the liberals, the elitists of the Democratic Party, right? And they're just a little bit late, like, I don't know, 2 months late, because this really was relevant a couple months ago. Now it's not really relevant, and they're getting a lot of slack for it. They honestly probably could have gotten away with it if it was 2 months ago. Now it's biting them in the ass. So, yeah.
Yeah, although I will say, even though we can all agree it's not really anti-Semitic, it could possibly be considered as anti-Israeli, or like anti-Israel,
Definitely.
because I mean, they're directly supporting Palestine through this decision, and Palestine is incredibly anti-Israel. So, take that as you will. And then, 2 little send-offs before we end this incredibly long podcast episode. The first is the shit going on in Australia. It is bad down under. I don't know if either of you know what have been going on, but the new lockdown restrictions in Australia, more than anywhere else, have been getting increasingly more extreme. And honestly, I don't know what their end game is for, this country, this continent, really. But it is not looking good. They're becoming more and more authoritarian. They're becoming more and more, brutal with their regime. And most of all, I would say, they are using new and influential technologies to increase their scope and their range. Do either of you know what's going on in Australia?
I believe they shot someone dead while they were outside of their house. Is
Wait,
that
really?
correct, Chao?
I actually didn't.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't hear about that. That is very possible. That seems a little too extreme for right now, but I guess it is not necessarily off the table. Anyways, it's definitely to be known that Australia is not doing well right now, and this is essentially, Australia is just a little farther ahead of Britain and essentially inevitably the U.S. Along the lines of where leftism gets you, which is to say authoritarianism. And it's not looking good, and it will not look good for us when it inevitably comes for us if something is not done. That wasn't really a big point. I just wanted to sort of mention that. But also, and this is the real send-off for today, I want to talk about some Biden hypocrisy. We've already talked about Biden plenty, but, I mean, come on. It's Biden. I can't help myself, alright? So, I'm going to read some Joe Biden tweets. And you know what? You two just tell me if there's anything that sounds even remotely wrong with these tweets. And just remember everything.
Nope, nothing wrong.
Just remember,
Joe Biden is the best president.
Just remember everything that Joe Biden has done in the past month or so. Okay?
All right. Of course, we won't see any hypocrisy in these.
August 3rd, 2020.
You call it, well.
In the days that followed the El Paso shooting, I said Americans have to come together, stand against hate, and leave nobody behind.
Ironic.
Hold on. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet because I'm not saying we should take anything from these tweets. I'm just saying look at them, think about them. We will get to the point in a moment, but just think about that statement. And remember, this was before he entered office. This is June 29th, 2020. It is time we remember who we are as Americans. We treat each other with dignity and respect. We leave nobody behind. And we give hate no safe harbor. We are everything that Donald Trump is not.
You're right about that for once.
Right? Joe Biden, March 6th, 2020. We are so much better than who Donald Trump thinks we are. This is the United States of America. We treat each other with dignity. We leave nobody behind. And we give hate no safe harbor.
Even more bullshit.
December 16th, 2019. So he's been saying this for a little while. I'm grateful to have the support of Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin. It is time we come together and remember who we are as Americans. We treat each other with dignity. We give hate no safe harbor. And we leave nobody behind.
Bullshit.
December 2nd, 2019. In the United States of America, we leave nobody behind. No matter your race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, or disability. We need a president who understands that. November 24th, 2019. It is time we remember who we are as Americans. We treat each other with dignity. We leave nobody behind. And we give hate no safe harbor. It is time. Oh, this is a different tweet. August 24th, 2019. It is time we remember who we are. We are Americans. We treat each other with dignity. We leave nobody behind. And we give hate no safe harbor. November 24th, 2020. This team is ready to lead the world, not retreat from it. This is when he's won. Ready to confront our adversaries, not reject our allies, and ready to stand up for our values.
Alright, we're done with this bullshit tweet.
So inspirational.
So
It's so stupid. It's full of stupidity.
I know, but I want you to remember the one thing that all of these tweets said.
Leave nobody behind.
Leave nobody behind. Give hate no safe harbor. August 21.
It's so stupid. Like, especially, I mean, the only thing, I mean, on the tweet on December 2nd, 2019, it should be more like, we leave everyone behind, no matter your race, gender, religion. It's like, what? Bro. So stupid. Full stupidity.
Ah, damn. If only Biden was saying this in reference to Afghanistan. Oh, whoops. This aged quite poorly. Oof. Oof. Alright. And I believe that is it for tonight.
Nah, we got one more topic.
We have a bonus topic?
We have a bonus topic.
Bonus topic. What
and
is
you all
it?
know, alright, so there have been reports of suspicious activity in the NFL on coaches and the GMs cutting players because they are unvaccinated.
No. Not the
Now,
players.
For those who don't know what cutting means in the NFL, it means basically firing them because they're not vaccinated. So yeah. What's your guys' thoughts on this bonus topic?
Well, I think it is completely unreasonable. Just the idea is incredibly insulting. Those players should get vaccinated already. It's September 2021. If you are not vaccinated by now, you're just behind the curve, and you're holding us back as a country.
Now remember, these are not official. It's being investigated right now. The teams,
no, but like
teams
actually,
are being investigated.
Of course,
yeah.
this shit is happening. If you're not vaccinated, you might as well not be a person to them. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that it for the bonus topic?
Are we gonna do Candace?
Yeah.
Wait, what's Candace?
Alright, so I'll explain this. Okay. So, Candace Owens is a conservative podcast host.
Oh, Candace Owens! Forgot.
Yeah. She resides on the Daily Wire. Or at least now she does.
Uh-huh.
And recently
Didn't we talk about Candace a couple times before?
I don't remember.
We did.
We did?
Yeah, we talked about her once.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Get the sticker in your mouth. Hey! Hey!
Damn.
Fucking crap! You decided to say that shit now. Say shit now.
Okay.
It's stupid.
Continue with the thing about Candace Owens.
Right. So she attempted to get a COVID test. All right. And you would expect that she gets a COVID test, but she doesn't. And the place where she attempted to get the COVID test sent her an email, and I'll read it to you. I've just learned of this testing request, and as the owner of this business, am going to refuse this because Okay, he doesn't even make sense. Let me reread this. Maybe I got something wrong. I've just learned of this testing request, and as the owner of this business, am going to refuse this booking and deny service. We cannot support anyone who has proactively worked to make this pandemic worse by spreading misinformation, politicizing, and discouraging the wearing of masks, and actively dissuading people from receiving life-saving vaccinations. The only other local testing option is the free kiosk by the city hall. The mail their tests to Texas and have inconsistent result times do not take appointments, so it's walk in only midday weekdays in their back alley. That does not make any sense, but whatever. My team and myself have worked overtime to exhaustion, unpaid and underpaid this last year, spending our own capital to ensure that our community remains protected. It would be unfair to them and to the sacrifices we've all made this year to serve you. Susanna.
Unpaid. What kind of? I'm pretty sure they get paid.
Look,
Stop
they,
freaking jerking on cock, bro. I
okay,
swear.
Wait, what?
let's make one thing clear. This COVID testing site is a federally funded and state funded operation. So let's make that clear. I really wouldn't care if Candace got denied on the basis of her politics from a COVID or a COVID testing site, but because this is state and federally funded, this is different. Okay,
Mhm.
federally, right, and by the state as well, we have a commitment. That commitment is to not discriminate against anyone based on their politics, sex, gender identity, whatever you name it.
Yeah, any
Candace
part of
Owens,
identity.
yes, Candace Owens was just discriminated against, not because of her race, as many people claims that she claimed,
Mm-hmm.
but based on her politics. That is dangerous and could have serious ramifications. In fact, we're basically going back to 1963 if we're really thinking about this, right? In the 1960s, communism was bad. A lot of people in the Senate, particularly people on both sides, decided that we should extradite people that are communists or communist sympathizers.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were a communist, you could not essentially accomplish anything in life.
Right.
We could seriously come close to that if we have these type of responses.
Right.
Let's talk about Candace's response. Candace Owens responded with, "Dear Susanna, I wanted to let you know that this might objectively be the most hilarious email I've ever received in my life. Truly, I've never laughed harder. Nothing screams, this virus isn't political, quite like Googling the names of other people who book tests with you and determining on a case by case basis whether or not you will let them comply with your community COVID measures. Nothing screams, I love my local community, quite like refusing to test people who are going to a local event and wish to ensure they are negative and therefore do not spread the virus. That nobody stopped you from hitting send on such an emotionally unstable and hysterical email leads me to believe that the people who work for you must love me and would therefore never deny me this entertainment. It's hard to pick one, or it's hard to pick just one, but I think the best part of your virtue signaling rant is the arrogant assumption that you're the only person who can administer a COVID test from here to Texas. Laughing out loud, cheers, Candace Owens." Um, yes, Candace was pretty much
Bruh.
right in that whole email, but she didn't mention the political discrimination, which I find
Right.
very,
Well, because
very saddening.
that's the thing, right? You know, all of this, like, you know, political divisiveness that has come about in our current age. You know, there's this idea that all is fair in, you know, love and war when it comes to politics. But the truth is, you know, there are some things that should be sacred from politics, and politics should not be the deciding factor on whether or not you get rights. Even if your takes are really bad. Even if you're like some fucking hyper lefty, or if you're a neo-Nazi, or if you're like some like neo-Marxist or whatever, even if you have some of the most shit takes in the world, you are still a person, and you should still be treated like a person. People can disagree, and you know it's your freedom of speech if you want to, you know, insult someone for having like a really really bad belief or a really bad take, I guess, but don't discriminate on them in the real world with actually doing real things. That's the difference between leftist drama and real trauma, is whether people are actually being discriminated against in the real world with real actions. Because actions speak louder than words. That's just a basic fact of the world.
And that is our last topic for today, guys.
Wait,
Yay.
no, there's one
No?
more. We have to
Oh
get
my
it. We have to get it over the
gosh.
2-hour mark. Steam
No.
is being sued.
Oh,
I
do
believe.
you know the company?
Yeah, I sort of live on it.
No, the company that's actually suing them.
No, I do not. This was originally your topic, so I'll let you take this one away.
Oh no, you got this. I believe you.
What?
Okay. So I believe it's Wolfgang. Let me search this up. Let me double check because I may be wrong. But basically, this developer is suing the company. No, it's Wolfire Games. They're suing the company because Steam is very corporate company that's forcing developers to put their games on Steam because they are the one of the biggest game distributors out there for PC gamers. As we us three know, which we all three use Steam. Am I right, boys?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're not scrubs. We're PC master race.
Anyways, they're being sued for being a monopoly and what's the word? It's messing with the market, I suppose.
Market
Because
manipulation.
yeah, there. Thank you, Chao. Um, because the developers are supposed to have their games on Steam be the lowest price for Steam, so more people buy the game on Steam instead of other sites.
Right.
And so they're basically suing them. You know, the American way, am I right, boys?
Mm-hmm.
Don't like it, sue it.
I mean, to
Yeah.
be fair, and I'm not like, I'm not gonna try and take sides here, but if their whole argument is Steam has a monopoly, at least that should be heard in court. Like, I'm not opposed to what they might have to say.
Yeah.
Maybe they have some really good
Although,
argument.
I will say, it doesn't really, because Epic Games has actually been recently a very good competitor and has been able to steal many really hot button titles from Steam to Epic Games, like Rocket League, and
Oh yeah, you're right. And
GTA, and some other notable examples.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that case would really get that far. Maybe it would in 5 years ago, but
I mean,
it gets far if Epic Games doesn't get brought up. Excuse me.
it's basically the reason is the official name for it is anti-competitive. What was it? Anti-competitive. Practices basically like
right, which there actually is some weight to that. I mean, they're saying Steam is basically doing whatever they can to make competitors inherently worse by charging more for the same game. And yes, that is a type of market manipulation. Maybe there is something to that.
yeah.
So, and I think Steam's response goes two ways. Number one, obviously they're just trying to compete with Epic Games, but number two, they're going to take the Amazon approach and say, "Hey, well, maybe we have a monopoly, right? But we're actually not making the lives of the people that purchase from us more difficult, right? We're actually
Right.
making them easier by providing cheaper games."
Mm-hmm.
And Amazon got off scotch-free, so
Yeah. Well,
happen.
maybe this is just the age of the monopoly. Maybe as big
Yeah.
tech giants just
Yeah.
keep combining. Maybe we'll have Disney is the god of movies, and
Steam, the god of games.
yeah, Steam is the god of games, and Google is the god of
It's-
search engines, and Facebook is the god of social media. This is how things have been going for so far.
What do you mean? I use Firefox for my searches.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't believe it.
Didn't it get shut down?
Probably.
no. Babe, but
Okay, no, but I mean, they might as well have been. They're really irrelevant.
the Internet Explorer, from Microsoft, has over 1 billion users a year.
Yeah,
so.
it's called Edge.
Isn't
now,
it-
Actually, it's called Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, no one cares about Edge. Come on, let's be real.
I mean,
Anyways,
Google is. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's, Edge is Epic Games. It will be weeded out eventually. Anyways, okay, so are we finally
over?
done? Are
we over the 2 hour?
done? We are
I
not
think
over
that's
the
less-
2 hour mark.
Oh, we gotta just ramble.
Oh, shit,
we
yeah,
won't
no,
be over the 2 hour mark
fuck.
because I'd have to edit out stuff.
We have to
Gosh,
just make
dang
up
it.
topics. We have to make up topics.
Subscribe to the Sons of Liberty channel, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Sons of Liberty 18. I know this one was really, really long, and I'm sorry that this took so long to come out, and it's also so long to watch. But we had a lot of stuff to talk about. We're back. We're coming in full steam, or no, maybe like half steam. These two losers are in college. It's a very difficult situation, but thank you so much for watching, everyone. And remember, the bet is still open. If we hit 20 subscribers by episode 20, we will do another gaming video, and it will suck, and it will be your fault. So don't subscribe. Subscribe, okay? And like the video, and hit the bell, and do all the other YouTube shit that we, partially care about. But seriously, thank you all for supporting. Thank you all for watching again. And this has been King Chao.
I'm Yummy. Oh. I'm Sunnyhawkeye. Subscribe. Bye. Wait, I'm about. What are you about?
I believe KYKA hasn't said his outro yet.
Oh.
I'm a dirty T2 casual.
Oh, yeah, by the way, season 2 is never coming out. Bye!
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything, getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense, we need balance. We're all in the same boat, why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink, this is madness.